Let's see here. Says live. Okay, and I'm live. So hi everyone, welcome to my channel Hisame Artwork. In this video I'm going to continue to color the summer break special edition illustration, event illustration. So I have to do the shading for all the kids here, and so that's pretty much what I'm gonna do. Close this. I'm gonna turn off the shading and I'm gonna start front kids. I don't think they need any shading, so I'm gonna go with the kids in the back. I'm gonna try and do full shading even in the places where you might not see, just because sometimes I move the layers around, and then so I don't have to correct too much because it can get a bit difficult. And 50% strength. I'm gonna blend it a bit so it doesn't look too harsh. And I switch between the two colors there, as you see. I try and use that. I try and use that a bit more, so that I do things faster. Also, keyboard shortcuts make you finish faster all the things you're doing if you know how to switch between tools quicker. It's kind of hard to keep track sometimes of which color is which and switch between them. Sometimes I select it like you see there, and then I override it. And I'm keeping the shift key pressed so that I can add selection. Generally I prefer to do the shadowing by selecting it manually than to use multiply, but multiply is definitely faster. Though you might not get the exact color you want. So if you have time, select the shading color yourself. If you don't, you can always use multiply. If you're careful what color you select for that as well, you can get pretty close to what you want and get on multiple color spaces. You can do the shading for blue and orange at the same time if you select a purple, let's say, or a brown. I don't know if you guys can hear the rain. It's still raining pretty hard outside my home. I really like the sound of rain, so I just left it. I left the window open. And hope I don't freeze by the time I end the stream. Oh, hi there. How are you? Can you hear me okay? Thanks for coming. Can you hear me okay? Forgot to check. Let's see. Test it. Yeah, okay. Seems to be working. Sometimes I forget to turn my mic on. Yep, you can hear me okay, good. How have you been? Thanks for coming by. Glad to see you. I'm coloring a illustration for my comic book because it's the summer break, and so all the kids are happy to finally finish with school. You're good? Great. Trying to get some pretty hard shadows for the harsh sun of the summer. Hi June, how are you? How's it going? I really like how you did the line art for the kids, by the way. They look so cute and happy. So June is my friend and she helps me with the line art for my comic. Yeah, I'm so glad I'm finally having some warm weather where I am. Although it's pretty cold right now, I think because of the rain. I think I did the shadowing too hard for her face. There we go. If I'm sick? No, I'm not sick. Do I sound sick? I have a stuffy nose because it's cold outside. Let me see. Michigan weather. So it is 20 degrees Celsius in Detroit. Let's see. Oh, it's 12. No wonder I'm so cold. It's 12 degrees Celsius. And for those of you that don't know, Fahrenheit 53. So it's pretty cool today. I still want to have my window open though, like I'm stubborn about that. But it's 12 degrees Celsius. June, how is the weather in the south of Italy? So I can't hear very well from my mobile. Ah, sorry, June. Well, I think you saw what was showing the temperature there. It's not the warmest day. 12 degrees. I was actually pretty surprised. I thought it was gonna be warmer, but it seems it's all warmer only in Detroit, not where I am. But to be honest, I really don't like temperatures that are too high, so I'm not feeling too sad about it. 20 degrees is okay. Minus 20, not so much. We did have those this winter. And I mean, I shouldn't complain too much. It was worse in Canada. It always is. Like Kirani, I think, was freezing her tailbone off. Yeah, we had. Fortunately, this winter we didn't have for too many months. I mean, in Romania you get minus 20 as well, but it's usually like one day or something like that. In the capital, anyway. I mean, you have areas where it does get lower than that. At 5 in the morning we have 23. You have good weather. Although I imagine in the afternoon it gets a lot more warmer than that and stops being fun. But you know, I have blankets, I have some hot tea. I'm good. I can survive summer in Michigan. I mean, back home in the big city, it could get so hot. It was just unbearable. So here it's okay. I mean, It's raining a lot. Hope you will not have floods this summer. I really wanted to go with my bicycle, but if it's flooded and the roads are broken again, probably not gonna be able to do that. Because everything is pretty low here, and so I can understand why Dutch people found this place so great and moved in here, because it was something they remembered. But there's no winter here in the Philippines. Oh, well, I think you want change and like something new. Because I used to like winter as well, but here the winters are half the year. So half the year it's super cold, and then 4 months out of those 6 months of winter are covered in snow. And first year it was fine. I was like, oh my god, so much snow, because usually in the capital where I was, all the snow got dirty very quickly, and you couldn't enjoy it unless you went to the mountains. And you might not have time or money or stuff like that. And here it's so much snow for such a long time that now it's not as fun anymore. It's like getting a bit old. And tedious to have to every morning shuffle the snow off the car, because you can't go to work on a bicycle like we would do back home or with the bus. So, I mean, I think it has to do a lot with what you're used to and what you can handle. I mean, for us, is not so tragic, but for other people, like we had some people that are from the Middle East or from the Caribbeans. And when I say Middle East, I mean the desert hot areas, because you have pretty big mountain ranges in the Middle East. Like, for example, we had some friends from Jordan or Iran, and they were from the mountainous areas. So for them, the winters here were like, oh, it's like home. And you wouldn't expect to have snow in the middle of a desert, but that's what they had, because they had such big mountains there. Here in the Philippines, it's so hot, yeah. I don't think we have anybody from the Philippines here, but we do have from Sri Lanka and India, and yeah. For them, it's super cold. We had a neighbor from Florida, and the poor guy had never seen snow in his life. And one day, he recently moved in, and it just snowed, and he had for the first time snow on his car. And he tried to take some of the snow off the car so he could go to school, but he changed his mind. It was like, that little photo with a cat that steps on snow and then says nope. He was kind of like that. He tried. It was too much snow for him, and he abandoned. He went on foot to school, which I can't imagine it being too fun. I mean, walking even half an hour through snow can be pretty exhausting. And then when he had to go home for the holidays, he he went by car, and it was really snowy. And here in the US, I don't know why they don't mark the roads properly. Like, you do not know in the winter when it snows where the road ends. There's just nothing to tell you about that. And he went off the road. He slipped and he went off the road, and he he had to return and go take a plane to get back home for Christmas because his car ended up in a ditch. So yeah. Winter is nice, but if you're not used to it, it can be pretty dangerous. And even if you're used to it, I mean, some people here. Uh, by the way, I stopped playing Stardew Valley. Aw, you got bored of it, or what happened? Yeah, so I was saying some people here, they get really confident and then they slip off the road because they're not careful. You have to be super careful when driving on snow. I haven't been playing Stardew Valley either for a while now because I'm working on the mods, so I just don't have time to play and to work at the same time. Ah, Harvest Moon. Yeah, I never got into Harvest Moon. Didn't seem as interesting or deep. I don't know. Also, the graphics didn't catch my eye. What caught my eye for Stardew Valley was the color palette. Because Chucklefish, the publisher, helped Concerned Ape by redoing all the textures for him. And they chose a much better color palette for a lot of things and have more details and stuff like that. So if you see the old Stardew Valley, how it looked, I think they did a great job in retexturing it, because if it had looked the same way it looked in the beginning, I don't think I would have gotten into Stardew Valley because I don't like pixel art. But working with so many mods on Stardew Valley, I certainly have gotten a greater appreciation for pixel art. It's so quick to make new content. Like, let's say if I want to draw a pomegranate, normally it would take me an hour. If I want to draw a nice one, maybe less, because it depends on how familiar I am with the pomegranate and looking for references and then drawing it and from which angle. And yeah, there are a lot more things I have to think of. But if I do a pomegranate for Stardew Valley, I just have to draw a purple circle or a red circle, and that's it. That's the pomegranate, and there's only one way you can look at it because it's isometric. So you can get a lot more done much faster. Though on the other hand, I often think, if I had some more pixels, I can do this and that, and it would look good, and wouldn't that be great? By the way, I love your art. Thank you. I'm so glad you do. Though part of this is June's work, because I tend to spend too much time when doing something. So if I'm gonna do the line art for anything, I will just fiddle with it forever and I'll get far less done. But June, she's really quick at drawing things, and so she keeps me in check with my comic, and I'm able to stay on schedule and do a new page each week. Because I try to do the comic by myself, and it was so hard to do a page each week, and I didn't have time to do anything else, and was getting really exhausting and a bit tedious, to do only one thing for months on end. Bye bye. Oh, yeah, super late for you. Thank you so much for coming by. So glad I got to talk to you. Thank you for your support and have a good night. Bye bye. You're very good at drawing stairs, yes. With this comic, you've learned a new skill. In Stardew Valley, June, the more you fish or the more you fight, you raise your level in fishing or combat. So now I think you've maxed out your level on stair drawing. And are like the ultimate expert. But I gotta say, I like that type of mechanic. My husband told me about it a while ago. And I thought it was such a weird idea that the more you fight or fish or do something like that, the more your level increases. And I thought it was such a strange idea, but then I played Stardew Valley and I thought, yeah, I like this. The more you do something, the better you get at it. As opposed to other games where, you keep getting experience overall and you level up with your whole character. I don't know for regards to the programming how much harder it is to level up a skill individually by doing more. But for me, it seems a lot more fun and realistic, to be honest. I mean, in real life as well, the more I do something, the better I'll get at it. Doesn't mean that I'll get better at all the things just because I got better at one thing or I've been doing something repetitively. So if I ever get to do my own game, I would like to do it like that. To have level increase for the action you do, not the whole character. Although I'm a bit torn, like I have in in Divinity, you can choose, like, you level up, and then you can choose what to improve. You get experience, and then you get points, and then you can attribute those points to whatever you want, which I think is really convenient as well, and nice that you can get to choose. So I can't decide. I don't even know if I can do like a mix of them. How would that even look like? But yeah, for Niels, initially I wanted to do a video game and have the combat system of Divinity, and there's some other games as well. I can't remember right now, but it wasn't Divinity that did it for the first time. So like, I hope there isn't like stupid copyright on how you can um, name the buttons in the game. Because I think for some things you can't use the word dexterity or strength for certain features. Because I think the company that owns Dungeons and Dragons owns like the copyright to use those words for whatever reason. So I would have to name it something else. But I like the fact that it was turn-based and you had elements that you can combine and do things with them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember exactly. Like, it's a combination of the things. If it's strength and dexterity and something something, then you're not allowed because you might get sued. I mean, you can do it, but you risk getting sued. And they actually won the lawsuit for whatever reason. Now, I don't think for a small company anybody's gonna bother to sue, but you know, better not to make problems for yourself. Yeah, they have like some kind of copyright over the character um, panel, something like that. And they sent a company that did that, they sent them a cease and desist letter and threatening to sue them, so they changed the name. I mean, there's such ridiculous things, like for example the Red Cross sued a little gaming company, an indie gaming company, because they used the Red Cross flag on their healing packs, which is just ridiculous. And so they changed it from a red cross to a green cross, and that was it. They didn't have to um, get to court. And I thought that was just ridiculous. Like, the Red Cross suing, what next? I was surprised like the Red Cross doesn't have anything better to do than to sue indie gaming companies. And I would have liked to have been more to the story, but I didn't find anything like to explain that weird behavior. And there have been so many scandals with the Red Cross lately of laundering money and other things like that. But you know, with everything that's happening in the USA, the rest of the story just get buried under. Hard to follow anything. So yeah, I wanted to do a game with Niels, and he would have to collect, you know, all the pages that he's gonna lose in chapter 4. So that was kind of the start of the idea for Niels. And I was thinking of giving him like a little ray gun or something, a little futuristic weapon. I haven't decided yet since I changed it so much. Because I wanted to have like a crafting aspect, so I would like to put it in the comic as well. Because I really liked the idea of combining, you know, various elements like you have in Divinity and in Magica. If you ever played Magica, I do recommend. It's really neat. Or at least look at videos online so you have a better idea. Because I'm gonna put some stuff like that in there in the comic. So it'd be good to look at the combat just so you have an idea of what I'm going for. And so the basic idea is that you know you have certain elements that you can combine and then you get various results. So for example, you have oil and you can combine it with fire to make a bigger fire. Or you have water and you can freeze it. Or you have water and you can electrify it to stun the enemy. And in chapter 4, Niels is gonna fight various enemies that I already have them made out. So be a shepherd dog, some other kids and thieves and punks, and a librarian. And then at the end you'll fight I'm not sure exactly how it's called. You know, they had in the UK those houses where kids would be sent to work. Yeah. I can't remember, workhouses, I think they were called. So like really bad places were like prisons for kids with forced labor. Those are horrible. So he's gonna end up in one of those and gonna have to escape from it. And that was like the final boss battle that I had in mind for the game. Till the 40s, yeah, I think so. They were pretty late with the human rights issue. It was only in the 60s that they passed a law where it was illegal to keep your daughter at home to knit embroidery, like you had to send her to school. Yeah. And I was just surprised about that because I thought my country was behind with everything. Like, I guess I had greater expectations from a Western country. And I was also surprised about Switzerland. Some of the women couldn't vote until the 90s. They started allowing women to vote in the 70s, and then all the cantons eventually caught up with the first one that started doing this. Because for a lot of things, they kind of can do their own thing and set their own laws. Which I thought was really interesting, how much freedom in legislation they have. Because Russia is a federation too, right? But it's not like um, you can have gay marriage in one part of Russia and you can have only straight marriage in other parts of Russia. Because, for example, in the USA, you had states where you could get married and other states where you couldn't get married. And in Switzerland, you had states where, as a woman, you could vote, cantons, sorry, and other ones you couldn't. But I don't know if it's like that in Russia. I have to check if you can do something in one oblast and cannot do something in another oblast. I don't know. I've literally never given it a thought. Like, oh, Russia is a dictatorship. I bet they don't. And to be honest, I would be surprised if they could set different legislation. Because you do have federal law, like we have for Europe. It's kind of a federal law, I guess. It's illegal to kill, so all the states have to conform to that. It's not like Romania can decide, oh, we don't want this or that. And I think since we joined the European Union, like now we have gay marriage is legal, but I don't think it's ever discussed. I mean, I don't remember. I know we have some movements against gay people in my country, but I don't remember why they were angry and upset with them. I just, oh, you know, stupid crazy people have nothing better to do, so I just didn't pay any attention to it. I'm like, why are they angry? It's probably a stupid reason. So I never gave it any thought. But like, do you have it in Italy? Because you have the Vatican right there. It's not legal in Italy? So maybe it's not a federal law yet, like a universal law for European Union. Because I know for sure it's legal in Holland. Like, I'm willing to bet money on it. Civil union. So they can like live together, but and like if it's in if they have to go to the hospital, like they will be recognized as a relative or not. I'm not sure exactly on the definition of civil union. Like, do they have any piece of paper for that regarding inheritance? Mm-hmm. More tea, please. Because I don't have any strength in my hand to keep it lower and not tremble. We have the Pope here. Religion still matters. Yeah, it's like the capital. I saw a funny divide of Italy. I don't remember if I have it here on my desktop. I can't remember it. But it was Italy divided by levels of religion, and you had one place that was religious, another one that was super religious, and then you had, I think it was Rome or somewhere around there, that they were labeled blasphemous. Apparently difficult to, even if it's legal. Yeah. Which is kind of weird. I mean, what they do in case of unwanted violent one that happened. But anyway, let's talk about more fun stuff. Steam sales are coming. I have more games that are cheap. So I have some games I have my eye on. If they get discounted enough, I think I'm gonna try them. Oh, there's this game I played. It's called Season After Fall. The art is really nice. Let me show you. But the gameplay is not that great. Yeah, it's the same in Romania for 3 months. So this is how it looks, and it's super pretty. But like I said, the gameplay is not that great. If you find it at a discount, I would recommend you try it out just to see the art in it. This is really nice. I think it was pretty cheap for us as well. Got it on a pack. Or a bundle, something like that. I love Humble Bundle. So many games, so cheap. Yeah, it looks really nice. The animation is not that great because this style of art is very tricky to animate. I mean, Bastion and Transistor, they did it well. I keep forgetting the name of the studio. Bastion Studio. Supergiant Games, okay. So Supergiant Games, they're really good at this painted style type of animation. So I gotta buckle up and try and figure out their secrets. I would like to be able to do that for Niels. I'm not sure I will be able to, but I would at least like to try. Of course, the video game with Niels is a bit far away. Like first I want to do something with Ernest, because the story is simpler, shorter, and... Oh, hi Moppy, how are you? Yay, here you are. I'm getting to your character pretty soon now. I'm gonna do the shading for him as well. Have you been, Moppy? How's it going? I know it's very late for you, so thank you for coming. You're on Picarto. Let me go there to write to you. Let's see. Oh, it's just around midnight. Okay, you can hear me. What? Remind me later. Okay, I wasn't sure if you could hear me, and I can't write in the chat here. This is the restream chat. So I have to go to Picarto to write. I decided to do like a combined chat, because Restream is offering that, so I wouldn't miss your guys' messages, because I had like 3 chats opened, and it was really hard for me to follow, and I always neglected either the Picarto or the Twitch chat, and I always felt so bad, and I'm so glad that I have like a combined chat now. I'll never miss a message. Because I can change the size of the font, which I love. That I can make it a lot bigger, so when somebody writes me something, the animation catches my eye, for sure. Because before that, sometimes the animation that new text appeared was so small that I didn't even notice. I saw the the helmets on Facebook. I really like how you painted them, Mappy. Great work with that. I think I am sick. My voice is getting super bad. Yeah, a friend before told me that, asked me if I'm sick, and I was like, no, I'm not sick, but now my voice is cracking, so I guess she was onto something. Oh, yeah. I'm sure she did. You're so talented, and also, who doesn't love butterflies? My logo for Hisame artwork is a butterfly. It's super stylized. Butterfly, dragonfly, like I try to do a combination of it. And now I'm doing the shading for Darsha. She's Niels's cousin. I think it's called twice removed cousin because Niels's dad is a single child, so it's the daughter of Niels's dad is cousin. Um, but yeah, I wanted to give Niels like a big family that he can go have fun and visit and things like that. Too many protagonists, in my opinion, are like orphans, and I can understand why that is. It makes it easier. I think somebody made an article about it, how it's easier to relate to a protagonist if they're like an orphan or something like that. And I thought that was a weird thing to say, because you would assume that most people have cousins and things like that. Like, wouldn't it be the opposite? But apparently, according to that research, it wasn't. So that's why characters that are orphans are easier to relate with. And why Disney had so many orphans, and you had Harry Potter also an orphan, and Bruce Wayne also an orphan. I think they did a parody of it on The Simpsons, where they try and write a book together, a couple of characters, and it becomes a bestseller. And they pick Lisa as the child who she's the only one, and like the soul genius trope with this little girl wrote this amazing book all by herself, and in actuality you had like 10 other adults behind her drawing sorry, writing it, the book. And they made like a list of things that are gonna make the book a bestseller. And on the list it was the fact that the protagonist has to be a orphan and has to be a vampire or a magician. Normal school clothes look cool, different from wearing overall uniform and racing suit. Yeah. I kind of got bored of drawing Niels's clothing the same way all the time. I'm trying to think of how I'm gonna change his clothes, but it doesn't make much sense for the story because it's the same day. Like, how many times are you gonna change your clothes in the same day? And I try and think, well, boys don't change their clothes that much anyway. I must resist my female urges to change his clothes like every 5 minutes. But it's just that I'm getting tired of coloring the same clothing over and over. I want to do something else. But that, that usually gets you into other problems, at least with one design of the character. You know how to draw it and you do it quickly and you don't have any problems drawing him in different positions. But once you change the clothing, once you change the design of the character, you can run into a whole bunch of problems. Like, oh, this doesn't work, that doesn't fit. Have you watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? They the creators did some behind the scenes stuff, and they discussed character design. And Aang's clothing was supposed to be different, have a bit more of a strange design to it, but it was so hard for the animators that they abandoned the idea and just gave him a more simple look. And to be honest, I don't know if it's because I've gotten used to what is already on screen, but I do like the final version, not what the creators initially intended. Because they wanted to do something asymmetric, and that's just such a pain. My character Erwin is asymmetric in his design, and often I want to just flip the image to get something, a different pose, and I can't flip him because he's not um, symmetric, and if it won't work if I flip, it will look like I flipped him, so I will have to change some things how he looks. Then I'll have to redo the line art. And it's not so much work, but uh, I miss the convenience. Like Marie, I can just flip her every which way. Um, Niels the same. If his watch isn't showing, and I think June, you flipped him for a page, and the watch is on the wrong hand. And I've been meaning to change that, but I keep forgetting. Like, I remember in moments like these that, oh wait, I have to correct that page. And as soon as I end the stream, I'm gonna forget. But fortunately, like, nobody noticed, or if they noticed, they didn't say anything that the watch is on the wrong hand. And his face. I don't know, is it just me, or have you noticed like a decrease in the activity on Tapastic? It just seems like a ghost town now. Like no new subscribers or things like that. I see more people coming in on webtoons. And I'm not sure exactly what tapas did to their algorithms, but it's super strange. Like, I remember I used to have more people just come and check the comic out, see they don't like it, and then leave. And now I don't even get that extra traffic. I think they're devoting like all of their um, spotlight to all of those um, novels and other big comics that I see on the main page all the time. Or maybe those are like sucking up all of the people's attention, and they don't no longer check out the trending or new section. Enter just QL. Sorry, what are you referring to, June? Sorry, I have the phone in my hand. Wrote random words. No problem, June. And they also have a limit, like if you don't have 250 subscribers, you can't get tips. And hi Victoria, how are you? Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? How's it going? I'm fine. Yeah, I was surprised about that rule with the 250 subscribers as well. And since they've changed the algorithms for any new person joining, it's gonna be a lot harder to reach that milestone. So lucky me, I got in there in time. I am fine. I'm glad to hear that, Victoria. So now I'm coloring for my comic book, Niels Feynman. I'm good. It's very cold where I am, but I'm not complaining. I don't want it to be too warm. I don't know if you saw on my Facebook, I'm doing a science fiction comic, and my friend June is the one that does the line art. Let me select here. It's too warm over here. If I can speak in Spanish, no, sorry. I can do French, and June can do Italian, but Spanish, no. I'm sorry. So this is the illustration. Mapi, you're in the Philippines, right? Or are you in Indonesia? I think the Philippines, they speak Spanish there. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. I am from Argentina. Yeah. It's a very beautiful country. I hope to visit it someday. I just inherited some Spanish words. So they don't actually teach Spanish in schools in the Philippines. '85 F and humidity. Fahrenheit. I don't know Fahrenheit. I think nobody here in the chat uses Fahrenheit. Love you too. See. 85 Fahrenheit. Like, do you use Fahrenheit in the Philippines? In Celsius. 29, okay. Ugh, my tablet turned off. I think my battery is low. Let's see. Put the cable in it. There we go. 29. Doesn't seem that bad, but I guess with the humidity it becomes unbearable. I'm always happy when it rains here where I am because normally the air is so dry. Thank you, Victoria. Normally it's so dry where I am that just my skin cracks, my nose bleeds. I could use some humidity. I had to get a humidifier for my house. So yeah, Mapi, in some places in this world, people want more humidity. I can't imagine how weird that must be for you. We can share your humidity. If you have too much, you can give me some of it. And Victoria, this is Moppy's character, I'm doing a cameo. He is also a comic artist, and you can find his comics on Tapastic. His comic is named University of Speed, and it's about some kids that they're going to a school where it's all about racing. Niels took his time machine to my comic world too. Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Victoria, are you a graphic artist as well? Some physics to kart racing. Yeah. The exchange student program. I know I'm drawing these with far too much resolution, but one of these days I hope I'll have enough room in my house that I can do large prints of these and just put them on my wall. Because some of the holiday illustrations, I think they turned out so great, and they're holidays that I really like. So I would love to, if I could, uh, like decorate my house with them. Like normally I don't put my art on the walls because it looks super weird. Plus I see it every day and I'm reminded like, oh, that line I could have done better, or that color I could have done like 2 shades brighter or darker and it would have fit better. But I do like my the art that I've done in collaboration with other people. I don't know why, but I think it looks 100 times better when somebody else had some input in it. If it's just my art, I'm like, it's ugly, it's bad. I stuck your fun art on there. Aw, thank you. So glad you liked it. I have the two the third Color Me collab event. All the illustrations, I have them made into a frame. I think I got a picture for you guys to show you. Come on, load. Color Me collab. So these are the illustrations, then the line art is mine for once. And I printed them and I cut them. And if you pay close attention so you don't miss it, you have like a second where my face is. And that's the frame. There you go, you saw it. So I have that. Come on, close, stupid shortcut. Oh, I didn't have the opacity set to 50. I like so much how her hair turned out. Such nice shades of brown. It looks like chocolate. I got myself some new hair dye. It's called chocolate. I'm gonna try and do my hair chocolate color again. Because now I'm brunette. Okay, I got the eyes. I don't know, should I do like the eyes of the kids in the first panel here? I think I'll just leave it like this, simplified. Yeah, it kind of fits better, the woodland feel. And Erwin, I don't really know where to put him. Just think I wanted to put him behind. Something like this. I think it looks better. And I wanted to have like to say happy summer break, but I don't think it will fit, and plus the flag is hiding the city, so I'm not sure if I'll keep it like that. I always forget to put the banner, you know, I do the illustration and I have the banner all set up, but then I forget to put it, and then I arrange everything so that the banner no longer fits afterwards. I just have to take a short little break and I'll be right back. Be right. I should write it bigger, I think. I gotta choose another font because on the phone this is not gonna be very visible. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Low battery, gotta go. Okay. Bye bye, June. You want me to play Stardew Valley? Sorry, I didn't understand what you're saying. What is this? Hope it's not. Yeah. Oh, I will. I will save it later. It doesn't seem to work right now. Huh? My computer is stuck. Or yeah, Chrome crashed. Okay. What? Not. It's not working. No. Moppy, what did you do? I opened that link and now it crashed. I mean, it's frozen. It's not working. Well, at least Photoshop is working, so that's a good thing. But Chrome is completely. I think I can close it. I'll leave it there. I won't touch it anymore. It's working for now. Send greetings to Argentina. So what do you want me to say? I'm not sure. You want me to say like hello Argentina? I'm 28. You? I'm gonna erase this here because it's difficult for me to draw. EE or England? Sorry, I don't understand what EE is. I love your job. Yeah, it's a fun job to have, really is. I enjoy it a lot. And you don't starve to death as much as people usually think. I mean, if you um, are a graphic artist and you work in advertising, it's not that bad. It's better than a lot of other jobs. Yeah, I mean, it depends on which country you are. Obviously, some places are gonna be better for this than others. I mean, you're not gonna do much with this, let's say, in Venezuela. Although in Venezuela, you're not gonna do much of anything with any job at the moment. I have a friend that's there, and things are not great. I don't like how I did this. I have two line arts underneath, so it's got a little bit confusing because I drew on the wrong layers. So I gotta go and erase what I did. I did not speak very well English. It's okay. I don't speak Spanish very well either. But if Alexi was here, she could have helped us with translations. She did the translations for my comic, Niels Feynman, actually. Let me send you. Yay, it works. it still works. 404. Come on. Tapas. Hisame artwork. There it is, the Spanish version. And you are now on YouTube, so I'll send you the link here. There we go. And she's on Tapastic as well too. Let me go to my blog and then to partners. Here we go. And you can find the links for her there. I wish I knew Spanish. There's so many people that speak Spanish. Seems like more useful of a language than French. I did French in school. When do I play Stardew Valley? When people ask me, if there are like enough people to ask me, usually I do it. Most of my audience comes for my painting, not my gaming, so that's why I usually um, do art instead of streaming games. But you know, if you want to, we can set a date and um, have do a streaming day of Stardew Valley. Just let me know when you guys would like me to do that, and you can be live, because usually, you know, to stream live, people have to come and check, because it's no fun to watch it afterwards. At least I don't think there's much fun. So let me know of a day when you would prefer that. Gotta check for Chinese door. Let's see if I can do anything interesting with that. Say this in Spanish. Hola. Try it. I think it's just hola, right? Hola is to say hi. Like Romanian is a Romance or Latin language as well, so I can understand quite a bit of Spanish if I pay attention. So I think I can say like hola. I can't remember mi namo is Hisame. Let me see. Google Translate. Spanish. Did not respond. Try again. Is my internet working? Seems to be. Hola, mi nombre. Okay. Mi nombre es Hisame. And in Romanian, it's Bună, numele meu e Hisame. And in French, bonjour or salut, mon nom est Hisame. Something like that. Yeah, and let me remember in Japanese. Konnichiwa, watashi wa Hisame desu. You're welcome. Trying to remember in Turkish. Because I'm supposed to know Turkish as well. It's like half my family. Merhaba, benim adım Deniz'des. Hisame. No, well, no. I combined it in Japanese. It happens to me a lot when I try to say something in Turkish and it comes out in Japanese because they both have the verb at the end of the sentence, which is different than European languages. So my brain kind of derps out. I see you from Argentina. Yeah, sorry, my languages are very rusty. I'm gonna try see if I can select like half of this and color it this way. There we go. That should make it easier for me. And let's see that door over here. So it has like this really nice motif there. So I'm gonna try and do that. So in Turkish it was Merhaba, benim adım Hisame. Without any des or anything like that I said before. Like that was in Japanese. And I did a mix. I'm sorry. The double line art thing is such a pain. I can write you thanks to the translator. I'm not sure I understand. I can write you thanks to the translator. You wanna thank Alexi? Because she did a great job with the translation. What mods you recommend for Stardew Valley? Well, I recommend the ones that I put in the list here. So let me take you. A lot of them don't work now because of the beta, so Any recommendations that I make now, if you have the beta installed, it will probably not work. But otherwise, I mean, I really like the immersive farm mod. If I could get that back again, I would be super happy. I wrote on the wrong layer again. I always do this. Yep, you have a whole bunch of stuff there. Always make backups when you install any mod or make any modifications to your game, so you don't cry later. Thank you, I love it too. I spend so much time on it because it's fun, you know. I don't have a garden where I am, and I'm not allowed to plant or do anything interesting where I am because I live with rent. So no cat, no flowers, is just super depressing. But at least I have Stardew Valley, so you know I can play there and I can plant wherever I want, and I'm not limited by money or space or anything or time because I can just use cheat mods and make everything grow faster or slower or freeze time. Thank you. Yeah, and I'm super excited that I'm working with some programmers on a desert expansion mod, and I would like to do a vacation resort in the desert for when it's winter in Stardew Valley. Um, I know some people like winter, but I'm not too glad about winter, so I want a mod that when it's winter in Stardew Valley in Pelican Town, sorry. So when it's winter in Pelican Town, I can just go there and return when it's spring. And ideally would have a possibility to sleep at a hotel there or something like that. As great as you do not have many subscribers as you deserve. Well, it's pretty simple. I mean, there are plenty of other great channels like mine that barely get any attention. For example, I was looking at the National Museum in Chicago. It has so much great content, and they do so many fun events, and like they barely have any subscribers. The British National Museum has, I think, um 5,000 subscribers, and I get more likes on my videos than the freaking British National Museum. I get more likes than them. And it's just, you know, the what people like and YouTube's algorithms. YouTube works just like a tabloid newspaper. It's not something that is curated. Anybody can put whatever they want on YouTube, and usually tabloids content like scandals will always have more success because that's what people want. That's what people prefer. And that's how things go. If I'll show my face, no, because I'm too lazy to put on makeup. And my house looks like crap. I do plan someday to have a proper studio, maybe. And then if I have a nice background, I'll bother to put on makeup and do my eyebrows and stuff like that. Because at the moment, I just woke up and then I started to stream while I have my tea. And if I were to show my face, I would have to put on makeup and do my hair and do all those things to look myself presentable for the world. While for my voice, I don't have to do anything. My voice is gonna be the same. I don't have to do anything extra for it, like I have to do for my face. And I would have to choose what clothes to wear, and too much of a hassle at the moment is not worth it. But like I said, I do plan someday to have like a proper studio. At the moment where we live with rent, I don't have the room to do that at all. So it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Oh wow, I did these so unevenly. I should have put some guidelines. Because I started out good and then it went just all over the place. You never visited Argentina. Is it a beautiful country? And I do not say it because I'm Argentinian. I know it is beautiful. I've seen it on Paris, Dakar, or now it's called just Dakar because it moved to Latin America. And also I've seen a lot of what do you call them, documentaries about Argentina with David Attenborough. He visited Patagonia and it looked just so amazing. And I was like, I want to visit there. Why it's so expensive? It's so expensive to travel for me at the moment. So someday I hope to be able to go and visit. I have some acquaintances from Argentina now that I think about it. They came here to do science because you have a lot more opportunities for that in the US. But they never tell me about how Argentina looks like because we never get to talk too much about it. I would like just say hi and that's it. But I have seen a lot of it on documentaries, so I would definitely like to visit someday. And if I ever do, I'll ask them like where are the best places to go and stay. Send me a greetings, you would make me illusion. Sorry, I don't think I understand what you mean by that. Sometimes my hand doesn't want to draw a straight line. Oh, Ada, how are you? How's it going? I was just about to end the stream, but if you're here, I can stay a bit longer, because I don't get to talk with you live much. Say this in Spanish, te amo. Te amo. Ada, you did Spanish in school, right? Because I remember I did French and you did Spanish. You can give me some text to write. I came earlier, but you kind of missed my message. I did? I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm still missing messages. I am so sorry, Ada. I'm sorry. Oh, write again to me, you know. Yeah, I know it means I love you. It's like in all the soap opera songs. In Romanian, it's te iubesc. I know some German if that helps. No, Victoria is from Argentina, so I don't think she speaks German. But you can give me more stuff to say in Spanish. Ada, do you know any tongue twisters? You know, like capra sare piatra, piatra crapă în patru, crăpa ori capul capre, precum a crăpat piatra în patru. Like those are tongue twisters. Do you know any in Spanish? I think I can Google some. Let's see. Spanish sounds really nice. Too bad I changed teachers so many times, nothing stuck to me. Oh, I'm so sorry. Spanish tongue twisters. Yeah, tongue twisters in Spanish. Let's see. Tre triste tigre. Pancha plancha. Hijandisho que ha dicho un dicho. Pablito clavo un clavito. Donna pacivida. I don't know why that's a tongue twister. El cielo está encacarublado. El cielo está encacarublado. No, it's not like that. Okay. Yeah, too bad you guys can't talk to me to tell me how I'm actually supposed to say it. Like, too bad I lost contact with Samantha, because we were talking about doing kind of a live chat stream and have somebody else talk to me while I paint. Kind of have it like a podcast with a video. I have to go, but you know that you are my favorite YouTuber in the whole world. Oh, thank you. Take care. Victoria, thank you for coming by. Glad you enjoyed the stream, and I will play some Stardew Valley, okay? And I will let you guys know on my Facebook and Twitter. Thank you. Bye bye, Victoria. Take care. Let me see if I can say bye bye in Spanish. How do you say Spanish? Adios. Ah, that's too simple. Goodbye and let's say bye and take care. Adios e cuidate. Cuidate? Something like that. Bye bye, Victoria. And Ada, I'm so sorry I didn't see you before. I thought that this chat, since I have like a bigger font, I could see you, but I guess it didn't work like I thought it would. Perfect pronunciation. You're just mocking me. You're making fun of me. True. Well, Romanian is similar to Spanish, I guess, in the pronunciations of stuff. I don't really say anything beside that. No, I love you. Yeah. I don't think it looks very Chinesey, but I can't tell what is in there. I have to zoom in and do some more research, so I can't really do this right now, and there's not much else I can do that's interesting live, so I think I will end the stream here, Ada, and anybody else watching, and for those of you that will be watching the recording, thank you so much. Hope you've enjoyed it, and see you in the next video. The next video is gonna be Wednesday. I don't know now what I'm gonna do, but I will let you guys know on social media like Facebook and Twitter. Oh, take care, Moppy. You're still awake. I'm so sorry. I thought you fell asleep. Go to sleep. Have a good night. Sweet dreams, Moppy. Thank you for coming. Bye bye, everyone.